Hello everyone, it's Distant. I'm casting what I believe to be a 10v10 on Stykades, but I could be wrong. I think there are like 20 players or so, and that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think, once again, I think it's a 10v10, but it could be some other setup too. Normally with 20 players, I would not recommend hosting on Stykades. I honestly think the largest player count that this map can easily sustain is probably 16, possibly 18, and that Vega is a more appropriate map for this, but I mean, this is possible too. Just results in some really weird setups actually I guess it isn't really weird, it's just really hectic. But yeah, let's look at our first team. We have Viru in the purple, opening bot first. We have Falke in the bright orange, opening bot first. We have Fabriking in the peach, opening bot first. We have Morsek in the black, opening bot first. We have Reds in the ice, opening vehicle first. We have Scipio in the magenta, opening double bot. We have Sashex in the cardboard brown, opening vehicle first. We have Darnock in the light red, opening double bot. We have Wit in the fuchsia, opening bot and then vehicle. And we have Laserjung in the light pastel blue, opening vehicle first. Team 2. So, wait, I think that was 11 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's 10 players. Team 2. We have Bizbozhnik from BSE in the yellow, opening bot then air. We have Lio Gamer in the purple, opening double bot. We have Lidopin in the white, opening double bot. We have Tiger in the lime green, opening vehicle first. We have Brisfer in the forest green, opening vehicle then air. We have Haltronic in the bright red, opening bot then vehicle again. We have the Denial in the pistachio green, opening double bot. We have PXS's Grenadier in the cyan, opening triple bot. We have Marshal Grizzly in the teal, opening double bot into vehicle. And we have Viking Bikini in the dark blue, opening bot then vehicle. So I think this is also 10 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a 10v10 that's pretty insane. Let's actually look at Team 1's openings, and actually no, let's look at the eco overall. No one has gotten really high eco right now, but it looks like Marshal Grizzly is doing pretty well there's bounty on. That's our first death. Looks like Brisfer has been annihilated by Sashex. Let's see how that happened actually. 1 second, our commander's just sitting here, he's doing fine, and did he just delete? Yeah, he deleted. Okay, that explains how he died this early, because I didn't see any boom bots, or any really potential to spam boom bots from Sashex, but Sashex is now going to have a 1.1 eco modifier, since Brisfer is dead, and also they have, some of their backyard open now, but it looks like that's also given extra room for Bizbozhnik, who I think is the stronger player of these two, so this may work out well for Team 2, actually. So, yeah. Let's look at Team 1's extended openings. Looks like Viru went for triple bot into T2 bot. That's a little unusual. That's quite unusual. He has no real way to deal with air except for with his commander. But then again, with a map with a player density this high, air is a lot less common and it's a lot weaker than normal. Oh, those boom bots almost made a connection, almost had a chance to make a connection with the Fabrics, but they just finished the single laser defense turret right before that. Looks like Haltronic is being quite aggressive against Wit, coming in with these vehicles here. Wit's actually, on the other hand, pushing on the other side against Grenadier, who's also being pushed by Scipio. And this is pretty insane, just the amount of action that's going on here. And I'm definitely going to have to set up 2 picture-in-picture somewhere, but I don't know where that somewhere is. Looks like has anyone else died? No, no one else has died yet. I do think Bizbozhnik is going to be a person to watch here because he's going to get some stuff done because it doesn't look like there's too much, there's not many people attacking him, but that also means that we also need to watch somewhere else on the planet. And so, yeah, I hope this covers I hope this covers a decent spread of players. Oh, looks like there's some cob pushing going on here. Ah, yes. Marshal Grizzly coming in here against Falca here with his commander. Both commanders are on the front line now. This is what happens when you put 20 players together on Stykades. And wow, big vehicle push coming in here, but all T1 from Reds. That's a lot of vehicle factories. He went 4 vehicle factories at the very start, is now heading to T2 vehicles, and he's just pushing straight in here. There are some mines in here, but they're placed further back, and there are no spitters, so if the vehicles manage to get up this far front, they will die to the mines. But I don't think they're going to run into any more of the mines. The commander was pulled back to defend here, but it looks like Marshal Grizzly survived relatively unscathed from that compared to what I thought would happen to him. His eco's still at 103, which is okay, but it's no longer near the top. Looks like the highest eco now is Bezbozhnik, as predicted earlier. Just having that area free to himself after the suicide of his ally really gave him what he needed to expand. In addition to that, his borders seem to be mostly allied. He has the Denial here, he has Taiga here, he has Viking Bikini, and yeah, the only enemies that he borders are Sasheks and Darnak, and they're quite a bit farther away. And he did have another teammate here in the form of who died. Oh, Taiga got a kill. What happened there? Okay, looks like he killed Falca with his levelers. And I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Falca had a very... Oh, wow, what was his commander doing? Okay, he was moving forwards against Taiga. That's interesting. I think he was just running away from Marshal Grizzly here. And yeah, he wound up getting himself killed by levelers. It's worth noting, this is very Taiga-esque. He always builds like one vehicle factory and then goes straight into T2 vehicles and just builds nothing but levelers for the entire game. That is I've never seen him play any way differently. Occasionally he adds an anti-air in the form of spinners when he needs it, but the only units I've ever seen him build, I think, are like levelers, spinners, and some ants. I wouldn't be surprised if he occasionally added in a skidder if he started running into mines, but he's very leveler based in his playstyle. Morsek isn't in the best position right now, but it looks like they are starting to get some backup. No, Laser Junger is on their team, backing him up against Haltronic here, pushing him back. But on the other hand, there are some levelers here being placed by Viking Bikini. His commander's actually in a very interesting part of his base, just kind of sitting here idle, hidden behind some artillery. Looks like we have a bot push coming in here from Darnak, including both docks and slammers. These slammers could give some could do some damage to this commander. I don't think they're really gonna kill it, but they will reduce it to like 10% perhaps. Maybe not quite 10%. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah. That was pretty close to what I predicted. I said 10%, that was 12%. Pretty close. I don't know why the heck I would choose to say that someone would only go down to 10%, but that did happen. Reds was killed by, I presume, levelers once again, under the control of Taiga. So it looks like Taiga's been... No, that was a delete. So that kill goes to Marshal Grizzly. So yeah, Marshal, Taiga have cleared up a lot of enemies here. And so yeah, things are starting to look quite good for Team 2 now, I think. Bezbozhnik's eco is soaring... actually, it isn't soaring that high anymore. It's only at 159 compared to 173 by the Denial, who also shares once again a border with Bezbozhnik. Yeah. So Team 2 I think is doing really well. They're starting to carve out a lot of spots for themselves that seem to be very safe and reliable. On the other hand, we have Scipio running back here. It looks like Fabric King is starting to form a defense for him. Oh wow, Fabric King's been fighting Ledopian the whole time. That's kind of funny. Fabric King tried to set up a defense for Scipio here, but Scipio's still going to have to withdraw the commander. On the other hand, it looks like Grenadier's not in the best position. He might be able to get the comm snipe. If he could have gotten a comm snipe, I think, a couple seconds ago. I think there was a brief moment in which that was possible, but perhaps not. Scipio has his own boombots that he could have tried to push his commander with or something like that. Boombots defend against Wit's push here, but it does look like Grenadier is actually in a lot of trouble, so he's probably the trouble player on Team 2 in the worst position right now. Haltronic has also been at very low eco for a bit. His base has been constantly attacked by multiple people. It looks like Lyo Gamer is gonna die. That's the first actual death from a Team 2 player besides the suicide of Brycefer. He was killed by Blue Hawks. That's interesting. And so that gives an eco modifier to Veru, who's at 152 eco himself now. So that's sort of respectable, but it's not really near the top either. It does look like Haltronic is going to die soon, so we'll just put a picture-in-picture up on here so we can catch that. He's probably going to die to these boom bots. I think the vehicles are going to push it, and they're going to reduce the commander to like 10% health. The boom bots are going to come in, and like 2 will connect, and the commander will die. Actually, no, it doesn't. That could be what. I'm very curious to see if that is actually what happens now. Commander's at 23%. The vehicles really are not connecting, but the boom bots do connect, and so yeah, boom bots do get the kill. Although okay, so. That takes out Haltronic. Who got the eco modifier? Well, that would go to Blackwood, so that's Morasek. He's at 83 eco. His own eco has been quite crippled. He's been building basically nothing but boom bots for most of this game. Looks like there's a little fight here between Darnock and Viking Bikini here, who's been backed up by Bezbozhnik here, and looks like there's going to be backup. There was going to be backup from Morasek, but now there are 6 levelers coming in from Taiga. Morasek, use your boom bots! Use your boom bots! I don't think there's a single unit in this game that boom bots counter better than the leveler. There might be an exception to that. I guess boom bots, I think they do better against shellers than levelers, perhaps. Maybe against grenadiers too, but actually grenadiers are so cheap it doesn't even really matter as much. 1 boom bot for like 2 grenadiers, whatever. This is, by coincidence, this is the exact weakness to Taiga's playstyle, is boom bots. Morasek kind of did a weird panic and didn't push in all their boom bots together. Didn't make as many connections as they should have. What? Oh, does he not have vision? He may not have had vision during that. That would have. Yeah. Okay. That explains a lot more actually. Yeah, I did. This is another thing about boom bots. When you use them, you have to have vision. So yeah, okay. So he didn't have vision of these levelers the whole time. He also, I assumed he'd have radar, but he didn't. So we went back in time a bit, but it'll allow us to catch this fight between Marshal Grizzly, who does not have detection on the mines, pushing into Laser Junger's base, but being, of course, this is going to be defended by Beru here, who's at 317 eco now. I think he's gone pretty close to the top now. Tiger's doing better still at 356, is actually starting a Ares. But yeah, our top dogs now are Veru and Taiga. Veru has a pretty stable front now. He's bordering Fabric King, who's on his team, and a very good teammate to have near you. If he is free, he will send Fabus to build defenses for your commander. That's pretty cool. He's next to Wit, who's on his team too. He's sort of next to Scipio, who's lost most of their stuff now, and he's also next to Laser Junga, who's on his team. In addition to that, here's Morasek, and here's Darnock. The other guy who used to be here is dead. So yeah, looks like these team fronts are starting to stabilize. Looks like Sashax is in a little trouble. He actually managed to get a second kill somewhere. I didn't catch that, but he killed someone. And I don't know who that someone might exactly be. But I think there was perhaps a player over here. No, that's the old base of Scipio. He didn't kill Scipio. He's on the same team as Scipio. Whoever was here, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot of air, including some Kestrels. I think that's the end of this. No, there's only 2 more Kestrels left. Okay, so Kestrel Snipe fails. Scipio will live once more. He will live for some undefined duration longer. But I think this is one of the big. I think these are the two big fronts of battle here, where Team 1 meets Team 2. On the other hand, who's in the middle of the Team 2 base? Well, Taiga's surrounded by teammates. That explains why his eco's so high. Once again, Bezbožnik, not quite exactly surrounded by teammates, but also has been in quite a decent position for some time. He also has a relatively high eco. A bunch of slammers come in, try to get the snipe on Scipio, and they do manage to get it, exploding a couple of Fabriking's Fabers, and delete? Was that a delete? Oh no, that's yet another unit cannon snipe coming in from the denial. Wow, two low health commanders sniped at the same time, eh? So 23% health on Scipio, 38% health on Sashx, and the denial takes both of them, going from 230 eco to 253 eco to 284 eco. Wow. Well, it was 276 ecos actually. I think what the increase due to bounty was. So he got a nice 20% boost there. And I guess that's also freed up his front quite a bit. So yeah, we'll have to. Oh wow! I just realized both of these pictures were actually kind of covering the same thing. Where's the other front? Okay, so Viking Bikini versus Morsek. This front has been kind of calm for a bit, despite it being a lot closer border-wise, and I think it's because it's been locked down to some extent by artillery. Just very moderate pelter spam. It's nothing even really that extreme, but it does look like we're gonna get a push coming in here from Bezbožnik. Very good choice, I think. No anti-air in this army. And I think Bezbožnik has done a very good job of taking advantage of their position in the early game, which is relatively safe, and translating that into an army that can have high mobility and will allow him to adequately support his teammates. That's two unit cannons firing slammers once again. Who are they going to go for this time? I've noticed there's not really much anti-orbital from any of these players. I mean, I would assume at least Viru has built 2 umbrellas. I think he's starting more because this one just finished. But yeah, Viru just started umbrella production. Okay, yeah, 24 slammers was way overkill though. That commander was gonna die anyways. I really think the denial just kind of wasted that just to take the bounty, which would have went to one of his teammates who had higher eco anyways. So I think he all he did was steal eco from his team and kind of waste 24 slammers too. Yeah, on the other hand, it looks like Laser Junga is also going to die to this Ares, but Taiga perhaps does not have... He does have vision. He can just kill it. Okay, yeah. Taiga can definitely kill this commander. Yeah. There it is. There it is. And meanwhile, we have a push coming in against Viru here from Marshal Grizzly, who's at 459 eco now. Yeah, it really looks bad for Team 1 right now. I don't really see... I don't think they have a way to win here. Because if we're looking here, we have Viru at 381 eco. We have Fabriking at 223. Oh, he's fighting this Ares, which is being used very badly, I must say. This is a very bad way to use an Ares. Unless there was a Hulkins in here earlier. And I don't see a Hulkins. The only reason to push an Ares further in this kind of situation is if you see either an opportunity to kill a commander or if you have to deal with Hulkins. And there were no Hulkins there, and there was no commander snipe opportunity. No idea what the heck Taiga was thinking with just a lone Ares like this. Wit is 360 eco, and yeah, that's kind of it for this team. There goes Laser Junga. Oh yeah, I think I covered that already, because yeah, I went back in time, that's what happened. And yeah, this is looking at the push from Marshal Grizzly into Viru once again. Yeah, I don't see a Team 1 victory here. It's definitely very much in favor of Team 2 at this point. It's 3 surviving players versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and look at these ecos. The only player with a... Like, oh my god. Oh wait, Morsek is still alive too, but he literally only has his commander. He just has his commander. Wait, how is he down to... Okay, he's dead. He's dead now. Okay, okay, yeah, okay, Morsek was in the process of dying when I was looking at that. That explains why. Yeah. But, yeah, so, secondaries coming in for Fabricate space. Ooh. Fabricate trying to take advantage of the lack of AA to bomb this, but big air force that's coming in. Actually, it's instead going to go for sniping these Fabbers, maybe going for the commander. Okay, they're not going to go for it. They're not going to try to go for the commander. Instead, they're going to just... I mean, too flak, probably too risky. Ah, and here comes the unit cat. Yeah, this is why you build umbrellas, guys. Yeah, they got most of the slammers down. Only one managed to land. It was killed very quickly by the commander. But yeah, first Ares dead, second Ares coming in. I mean, and of course there's still this Ares too. Yeah, I don't see how Team 1 can win this. Fabric King's at 115 eco, Veru's at 320, Sipe and Wit is at 500 versus, like, yeah, look at these guys. I mean, Wit has a decent eco at least, but he doesn't have the army to really compete here. Nuke starting from Viking Bikini. We can cover this, I guess. Any other interesting things coming out from any of these players? Nuke started from the Denial. More Ares from Taiga. Nuke started from Marischal Grizzly. And I don't think we have any anti-nukes here. Yeah, I'd be correct with that. Yes. I think Veru's commander has made itself vulnerable here. Frantic pinging from Lio Gamer. He's like, yo, kill the commander. Oh. How did that happen? Oh wow, he was just random firing without vision. Without radar even. And he got the commander? Okay. That's impressive. When did he know how did he know the commander was there? What? Huh? How did he how was he blind firing at the commander so accurately? Like, he ignores the commander in his vision to go fire at some commander that might theoretically exist. And yeah, there goes Fabricking. Just Veru, who's already in Taiga's vision. I mean, he can just kill the commander at this point. I mean, I guess the... Yeah, so, I mean, Wit still exists, but that's kind of it. Veru exists until Taiga realizes his commander's right here. And I guess this factor is protecting him in the short run. Veru deletes though because, I mean, this Ares was hitting him. This Ares would eventually start hitting him. There was nothing to stop it. It's only Wit left on Team 1. And wow, this was quite a chaotic game. Originally looking at the relative play skill levels, I expected Team 1 to win because there were a lot more names that I recognized. But there were quite a few players on Team 2 who played quite well, despite I mean, they played there were quite a few players that I didn't recognize that did quite well, and there were a couple players who, for the last couple times I've seen them, have not been very good players, but it looks like a lot of them have improved. I mean, some of them have improved, and it's quite impressive. Of course, I'm just not familiar with many of the players on Team 2 because this game is mostly is populated mostly by European time zone players, and I don't often encounter them. But yeah, there goes Wit between the Ares, the air, the unit cannons, and the nuke. He is dead, and this game is over. Quite an exciting match. The ending was a little slow. It could have went slightly faster. I guess there were like 5 or so minutes that we knew for sure, maybe 7 minutes that we knew for sure who was going to win. But those first 13 minutes were absolutely insane. Actually, let's see, when did we really know who was going to win? I think I want to say when the first unit cannon snipes came in. That's when when the Denial took those 2 kills, that's I think when it really became clear that Team 2 had like an absolute lead that could not really be broken anymore. And so that happens around... Yeah, it's 13 at the 14-minute mark. I think this event is really when we notice that, okay, yeah, Team 1 cannot win this anymore. And if one was being super observant, I guess this could have been noticed slightly earlier. But okay, actually at this point it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Team 1 still has an absolute player count lead at this point. And wow, so the 2... But they don't have 8 players. What am I saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6v6 at this point. So the player counts are even, but Team 1 has an absolute... besides Viru, none of them have really high ecos anymore. And I think this is when it's really noticeable that Team 2 has the absolute lead here. And yeah, before the 14.5-minute mark, Team 2 still has the lead in the eco overall, yes, but they're also down 2 players compared to Team 1. And so just that possibility of those 2 additional players and their additional APM being relevant is like it's still a possible threat to Team 2's ability to win this game. But yeah, the moment they lose their commanders to the Denials, Uber can snipe at around 14.5 minutes. I think that's when it becomes clear that this was gonna go for it. This was gonna be Team 2's victory. So that's around 6 minutes of knowing for sure that Team 2 had won this. But the first half of the game was very exciting. People dying in different ways. And I actually think the suicide by Brycefer was, strangely enough, a boon for Bizbozhnik, and thus also for Team 2 overall, despite the fact that they lost a player, and that Sashex was given a free eco boost. I think the additional building space for Bizbozhnik outweighed the additional eco that Sashex got. That's partially just because of relative skill levels, where Bizbozhnik is a very strong player, knows what they're doing, and can use that. And he made a very good usage, I think, of his spawn, his very safe spawn, to go for T2 air and just be able to put a lot of pressure on whoever's attacking his teammates. And I think that's a very smart choice for him.